I want to welcome you to this Greener Homes. The first thing you're going to see when you walk in the door is this awesome door here. This is an Innotech door. The features on this door are fairly much a lot of good features here. The many point mechanism, locking mechanism on it, triple seals all around. You're not going to get any leakage through this door, and when you close it and you lock it up, that's a super seal on there. Easy to use lock function, beautiful doors, and you get lots of glass in there. A nice front entrance feature to this house. Now going through the house, we have a small entryway there, and then right away we have a powder room that goes into the laundry. We have a ventless dryer in here, also known as a condensate dryer, so you do not actually have a dryer vented to the outside. It just removes the moisture from your clothes and puts it into the drain, so one less leak going out of your house. A little laundry sink, which is important for every house. Moving along into this house, a very cool feature right at the entrance is the stairwell. These are railings that have been crafted here in Lethbridge. We have a metal railing with a horizontal metal cable railing on there, which gives for a nice, clean, modern look to this house. And then coupled with all that stuff with the wall colors, the flooring, it all really comes together very nicely. And these people are super happy. They're very happy that they could be very involved with that design process and the full build. Coming into the living room, dining room, a big open space feel is one of those features that people like, where the kitchen, the dining room, and the living room all kind of flow together. Not as many walls as used to be in construction. Also on there, you'll see a lot of big windows, which is great. We're facing south, so we're going to be able to gain a lot of solar heat in the winter. When that sun is low in the sky, it's going to help to heat this whole room up, and then we can use that heat to circulate throughout the building. Also, you're going to notice on these windows how deep this is in here, how deep the jambs are. And that comes down to a lot of how thick the wall is, and that has a big difference in how the performance of the home. The insulation we use in the walls, the air tightness we get on the walls, and the whole envelope of the house is really important to making the geothermal and the whole house work as a good system. Another cool feature of this house is the caseless jambs. So we have all drywall return into the windows, but it is not drywall on the jambs. This is MDF sealed painted jambs where the drywall returns into it to give it a really nice smooth look. Sometimes a preference of customers, other times not. And if we pivot around into the living room, we have a nice usable area with a beautiful fireplace, speakers, and TV. And there again, all the sunlight in here will make for a nice, warm, comfortable, and very airy feeling space. This view is great. Okay, so starting back at our spot where we left off, going into the living room, now we have a little hidden deck over here. Once again, we have an Innotech door providing good resistance against that north wind and the weather. Another thing I should point out in the living room, and this can be for anybody, even if you don't have a Greener Homes, but all your floor vents should always be left uncovered. These floor vents are very important, and the position they go in the house is very important. It's best not to put rugs and furniture on top of those. It will affect the performance of your house. Another cool feature, this is full of cool features in here, don't worry, is these area vents. Hidden vent features, that's the return air grill. But it looks very seamless and kind of blends into the wall. You don't notice it as much. Going back into the ensuite. We have a moderate sized master bedroom, and then we can flow right into the ensuite from there. We have a freestanding tub with some nice spigots on it, huge windows for lots of light in here again. We have wall-hung toilet and with a bidet and a double sink vanity with toe kick lighting and nice big mirrors for whatever you need to do in front of a mirror. And then the special feature is the curbless shower. A lot of our houses, we try to make them, we try to bring features in for aging in place, and that's often quite a high priority for a lot of our clients. So this provides good access to a shower, even though if life might put you into a wheelchair or a walker or, you know, have accessibility issues. In this basement, you got a pretty standard basement layout with a lot of space for gym equipment, for hanging out, for pounding the music, whatever you want to do down here. We have resilient channel in the ceilings plus insulated, so we'll have some pretty good sound diffusion going upstairs. And then it's pretty standard, 2 bedrooms and a bath back here. Oh no, pretty good, a lot of mess in there. The best part of the whole house is always the mechanical room. I want to show you around here a bit. Over here we have the geo unit, and that is the source for the geo is in the pond, which on Acreage is a good way to go, because if you're ready doing a dugout for irrigation or fire suppression, then you have a good source to put your geo loops in. Otherwise you have to look at drilling or some other options. But this will do all the heating and cooling for this house easily, no problem. There's not a lot of maintenance to them either. Right above me I have the HRV. This does all the air exchange in your house. This does all the air exchange in this house. And not only is it exchanging air, but it's also exchanging the heat or the coolness from the inside temperature. So in the winter, if it's -40, you're not bringing in -40 air and warming it up to +20. It's bringing in -40 air while it's exhausting stale 20-degree air, and it's crossing paths. It's not mixing, but it warms up the air coming in to bring it to a more moderate temperature, so that you're not using as much energy to heat your house. And then we have water softener, the pump from the cistern, as well as an air source water heater. Back in the corner, we have the heat recovery coil, and this essentially works best coming off of the main shower in the house. So we have our wastewater coming down, that'll be hot, it's coming from your shower, and it comes down through this copper pipe, but there's the copper piping wrapped around that copper pipe, and this is the cold supply coming in and going to the hot water tank. So as the hot water is coming down, it's heating up these copper coils where the cold water is going to supply the hot water tank. So it's preheating that water going to the hot water tank, so your tank does not have to use as much energy to heat the water. And why I say on the shower is because the shower is where you're using the most hot water the fastest. On your tubs, you're using it, but you're not replacing it right away. With a shower, you're using it, getting rid of it, and replacing it all at the same time. So these work very good when they're close to the shower.